Welcome to the lecture series of hydrogeology. So today first we are going to talk about the groundwater issues which are related to urbanization, and then we'll proceed towards understanding the pollution of groundwater. In this also first I will take up the topic of municipal waste, and later on in the further lectures we'll talk about the industrial waste, about the agriculture waste. Now you see why this is important, because all these lead to the pollution of the groundwater. And how basically you dispose of the waste, that is of major concern. Correct? So let's say your disposal, the way by which you dispose the waste is correct, so that means there will be no harm to the groundwater. But in certain manner, obviously few pollutants are going to reach the groundwater and they are going to harm it, so that might not be good enough for drinking. Correct? So in that case, one, you should know the disposal method. Second, you should know where the pollutants are actually coming from, so that you're aware of the source. Third, you should be aware for what purpose you're using a particular water, whether you're using it for drinking or for domestic or for industrial area. So before we reach this stage, we need to understand that what are the types of pollutants or pollutions which are present in groundwater. Specifically, we are going to start with the municipal waste. Okay, so first let's discuss about urbanization. You know that as cities grow, so the balance of the groundwater gets disturbed. Correct? How they get disturbed? Because this leads to the urbanization leads to the lowering of the ground level, because many people are using it. Now why does it happen? These are because of three reasons. One is reduced recharge. I'll explain this one by one. Let's just list down. Second is increased pumping. These are very obvious reasons. And third is decreased wastewater return. Okay, so what do you mean by reduced recharge over here? So when cities are built and roads or parking lots, they are made, basically I'm talking about the paved surfaces. So now what will happen, that this paved surface, whenever rainwater is going to come, it is going to prevent the rainwater from soaking into the ground. Correct? Instead, the sievers are going to collect these rainwater, so that means less water is available to recharge the groundwater. Correct? So therefore, with increasing urbanization, there is a reduced recharge. Second, because the population is increasing, so the demand is very high of water. Correct? Because of this, abandonment of shallow and individual wells takes place. Shallow wells in favor of the deeper public wells, because what they're going to do, they're going to pump out large quantities of water, groundwater. So when large quantity of groundwater is being pumped out on like daily basis, so that means increased withdrawal of water will take place, and this will lead to your decline in groundwater levels. This is very obvious thing, and we have been facing this issue as well. Now coming to decreased wastewater return. Now what does this mean? Whenever we talk about the rural areas, so whatever wastewater is there in the sewage, or the septic tanks rather I should say, it is returned to the ground. Now when it is returned to the ground, that means it is helping recharge the groundwater. Correct? But if I am talking about the urban areas which are having the sewer systems, so this wastewater is actually collected and then discharged into the nearby whatever water body is present, let it be river or something. Okay, instead of returning back to the groundwater. Okay, so this export of wastewater, when this is happening, it is reducing the amount of water which is available to recharge the groundwater. Okay, so you can see here a very basic diagram is shown. So you're having this original water table, then your recharging is taking place. There is a shallow well, water supply is coming from the rain, precipitation. So this is a basic setup, correct? But obviously, see, these are all what? These are the paved surfaces. So rainwater is not going to percolate. So this is just a basic, diagram over here. But you need to understand the reasons. What are the groundwater issues specifically because of urbanization? Okay. Now let's move to. So let's talk about pollution of groundwater. So you know that groundwater can be contaminated by like a wide variety of pollutants, and these pollutants are very closely linked to human activities. There is no doubt. We have discussed this thing also. So these sources are actually grouped into four categories. They are like, first is your municipal, because of which you know uh, pollution is being created. Then is your industrial, then is agricultural, and third one is miscellaneous. Like apart from these, from wherever other sources they are coming, the pollutants that has been put down into the one category. So pollution most of these pollutions, they come from disposing waste, as I have told you, on or in the ground, because because there are different types of methods now, like landfills are there, so it is going to create a lot of pollutants on the surface. Then in seepage pits, if you dispose of, this is within the ground. Then there are injection wells also. So these are certain methods, okay? Because of disposing the waste, all of them are going to cause a pollution at one or another point. Okay, so now what? These pollution sources, we'll come to that later stage, but first of all you should know all these categories, correct? So these pollution sources, they can be categorized by their physical shape or geometry. So one is your point source, then is your line source, and third is your diffuse source. Now you see,